All right, today ECF is announcing that I'm going to become their new pastor, and I have not seen the footage of Steve announcing it yet. So I'm getting ready to watch it here for the first time. We fast forward, we know where it's going to be. I just haven't seen it yet, so let's see what happens.
Time I baptized up there a couple of years ago, or a year or so
Excited about
ago,
the baptisms that are
I
coming up
said,
here.
if I had to choose a place in the whole world, this was like the most beautiful place to baptize that I've ever been in. It's amazing. It's a pool, overlooks the, sort of the forest and stuff. Anyway, it's a great place to get baptized. If you're a follower of Jesus, never been baptized, great time to do it. Sign up on the church app, Church Center, and there's a place to sign up there, okay? Now I'm going to invite David and Rory up, David Charnick and Rory up, as they make a very, very important announcement. Gentlemen, I'm going to leave you up, and I'm going to sit right down and smile at you, okay? There you go. Hello. It's on, right? It's on. Go ahead.
Is it on?
Yep.
Yes, you can hear me. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Rory, David. As I'm a very formal British man, I would say on behalf of the Church Council and the representatives of the selection committee, although we are very sad to see Steve and to see Pam move on to pastors new, we've been very blessed to have them here for almost 4 years. And we know that where they're going, that their work will continue and that God will be there with them all the way through. Through a very lengthy process,
Very lengthy.
we have had Rory and a team of 6 people looking at options for finding ourselves a new pastor, which obviously, as you will all understand, is something that isn't necessarily the easiest of things to do. It's very delicate. It's very important that it's the right person. I haven't ever seen a process as these guys put together that has been so watertight, so complete, so thorough. So they did the best that they absolutely could. And we culminated yesterday with a meeting of the Assembly, an extraordinary general meeting of the Assembly. And we had 16 out of 17 people of the association present. And we put to vote to request for Gilbert Thurston, who preached here a few weeks ago, who you probably remember, most of you. We put forward to him that he may come and be our new lead pastor. And there was a unanimous vote in favor of Gilbert joining us. So he should be coming back middle of May sometime, and Steve will be in parallel for a couple of weeks. And then he will be sort of taking over from there. And I'd just like to, the credit goes totally to these guys. Well, God, of course, but with the obedience of this team here. And I just wanted Rory to sort of give you a very brief summary of really what it was that was involved in the whole process, so as you can understand a little bit of how thorough it was.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll try and keep it concise because this was a few months long, this whole process.
Very long.
Before we even started the search, we summed up all the must-have requirements for the pastor, and just the first 3 were already hard one to tick. There's Gilbert. We needed someone who speaks English. We wanted someone to have leadership experience because, well, we're now a decent-sized church, yeah. And they needed to have a biblical theology education as well, and be willing to move to Costa Rica. We already knew that those 3 things, and there were a lot of other things, was going to be a hard ask, but we prayed first. Before we did any activities, we prayed on it first. One of the first candidates that actually we spoke to happened to be Gilbert. God was at work everywhere, because Gilbert was actually downstairs here the day that Steve announced his resignation. He got in touch with a few members of our church and was led to the search team. However, we didn't go with the first candidate that just came along. There were about 70 applicants, We reviewed them all. We gave everyone the same fair chance of presenting themselves, and no one came close. That's a short story. No one came close to Gilbert. Gilbert just ticks all the boxes of what we think we need for a church. He's a very godly man. The experience that he has with leading his own church, how he's made disciples and sent them out and made an influence in big regions throughout the world. He shared a bit about his background himself when he preached here 2 or 3 weeks ago. That this is just part of his resume, but he joined. I don't know if anyone knows Rick Warren, but he joined Rick Warren's organization. He was asked by Rick Warren to work for him and lead and train other pastors for other churches, and he trained over 10,000 pastors. So in short, we feel very blessed that in this small church of 150 people in Costa Rica, we get to have a very experienced lead pastor that has expanded churches, made disciples, sent them out, and those disciples are making more disciples, that we get to have that person come here and take over the baton from Steve. And from the search team, we're all very excited for this new chapter. We're again very sad to see Steve leave, but we know God is at work through us and through Gilbert, and we should welcome him with open arms when he gets here. If you guys have any questions about the process, I don't know if anyone else from the search team is here today, but feel free to come over later or ask for my phone number. Someone might have it, and just ask your questions, because we want everyone to be aware or comfortable with our decision. So feel free to hit anyone up from the search team. Thank you.
Praise be to God. Praise be to God.
Awesome. Thanks, David. That is exciting news, and I'm excited. I spent lots of time with Gilbert. He's a rock star. You're going to love him, and it's just going to be an amazing thing. And it's very, very unusual. Part of God's timing in all this is that Gilbert and I are going to have a couple of weeks, a couple of Sundays to tag team up here and kind of you'll get to know him more. And he really wanted that, which I think is a good thing. You know, he just wants a seamless transition. It's really totally amazing. Now, back to the Wednesday email, okay? This Wednesday, and that's why I really want you to get it. So I'm going to digress here, okay? I learned a long time ago that so I used to think that every email I sent out to my church family, everybody would open, okay? And then at Summit, so I thought I was talking to, 2,000 or 3,000 people every week. And then along the way they said, oh, Steve, the open rate's about 35%. And that's a good week. 35%? Come on, I open all my emails. What's wrong? Come on. Anyway, this week, open the email, okay, please, because on it we're going to have a letter that Gilbert has written that introduces himself, so you get to know him, read it, and pray for him and Lisa. They're selling their house, they're selling cars, they're selling furniture. I mean, this is a big deal. Giving up all that and coming here because he wants to spend years here shepherding our flock here. And then also, in the weekly email, so you may or may not know that every couple of weeks, every 3 weeks or so, I write a blog, okay? And in the blog, I have kind of chronicled the last nearly 4 years here in Costa Rica, so you can scroll back and read past blogs if you want. But the blog that's going out Monday, tomorrow, okay? I'm telling something about the story about Gilbert and Lisa, but also about the next chapter for Pam and I. And I'm just going to leave it like that because it's pretty doggone amazing. And you got to open the email. First of all, if you don't get the email, turn in a communication card, okay? You'll get the email, and then open it on Wednesday about 10 o'clock. You look for it. Set your clock, 10 o'clock Wednesday. The email's coming. Can't wait to read. And next week, I'll tell you a little more about what we're going to do, but hopefully you already know because you'll read it in my blog, okay? And if you want to sign up for the blog, really, this is on and on and on. You can just click on it so you can track where we go afterwards, because I'll keep writing here and there, and you want to find out about us, you can get on the blog. So sign up there, okay?
All right, so that is it. We are so excited to be able to join everybody at ECF. And as Steve just said, please be praying for us. We are in the midst. I'm sitting in Lisa's office because this was about the only corner of the house that's not in chaos right now. As we're selling things and donating things, and what else are we doing with things, Lisa? We're trashing things, and I mean, it's a very, very busy time, but we're trying to do it as fast as we can so that we can get back to be with you all. We are so looking forward to it, and as Steve just said, we're looking for a very seamless transition and just to take the momentum that's gotten started the last couple years and just keep taking it to the next level. And we truly do want to make disciples and make disciples and make disciples. And together we're going to continue the things at ECF that you've been having as values for so many years now, that you're going to be love saturated, or I guess I can now say that we're going to be love saturated. We're going to be outreach focused, and we're going to be Bible centered. And we'll add a little bit more. And we want each one of you to be following Jesus, being changed by Jesus, and on the mission of Jesus as well. So we'll together discover what that looks like. Again, we're so excited to see you very, very soon. And the best is still yet to come. God bless.